Starting off the project, essentially, this is a showcase of the work that I've done so far for the capstone for SUNY. So I already have the application open, but what I'm going to do is go to my terminal and essentially run the server. Right, so we're going to use this as our HTTP link. I'm going to copy that, and then I am going to go to the browser. So let me try that again. Okay, you have to put HTTP and then the actual address. So we're using 8000. Essentially, that's the link provided by Django. And here you have the home page to my application. So I'll kind of zoom in a bit. Essentially, you'll have the name of the application, we'll have home, notes, and then this is your options right here. So we have register, sign in, and log out. Right? Traditionally, you would have only register and login, but we left log out in there just because I was having some issues with the code, but essentially it works. So if I scroll down, you'll see a lot of the header information that I had previously. We have the different groups along with the images. The text got a little wonky, but the information is there, which is good. Scroll down. So we have this information. You can kind of highlight this in place. None of these are active though. Right? But essentially we can highlight this in place. Now, if I go to home, this will kind of give you a definition of what this is supposed to look like. This is the welcome page. And I know for most cases you would have a login or sign in screen beforehand, but due to getting this process to work, we actually have the welcome page available, but you can't actually. Oh, I'm signed in. Actually, let me sign out first. Okay, so I log out, I'll come back in, we'll see home. So you'll see this section right here, but essentially if I'm logged out of the application, I actually have to sign in order for me to submit a note. Right, same thing with the note section. So I won't be able to do anything until I sign in. Now, I do have a login in place. We'll just use. Yep. Actually, I'll just sign in via the admin. And by the way, we do have an admin portal, which I will show you shortly. Okay, so we have our Django admin, right? We have groups, nobody listed for groups. We have users, so I've kind of signed in 2 or 3 times myself, essentially just to test it out. We don't have any dependencies in place for email, so you can essentially use the same email over and over again, but in the most case, we would probably have a unique identifier saying that if this username is taken and this email is taken, then they can't use it. But for the purpose of this assignment, we just wanted to get this to work. We also have the notes section in place. So I'll go through and open up the application again. Right, this is the home page. If I go to home, we'll see notes. Right, and if I click notes, now I should be able to see all the notes that I currently have, and I can create a new note. So I'll say new notes number 2, right? This is my notes for today, and we click create. Now we have this section that shows up right here, and if we actually click through it, we can see the page that has our note details. So essentially we have notes and then what the note is listed as. If I go back into notes, I will see this page listed. If I go into homes, this will just give you the welcome page. Now, registration, this works. So if I create a new user, let's see, so tester 1, and I'll use my email address again, and then I will go through. So essentially I will use passcode, right? And then Google can actually auto register this and save this for you. So if I click register, it redirects you back to the home page. Now you should be able to go into notes and then create an actual note itself. So we'll try this out. Type in some random words and then create. Now we should see this section for, I signed out. We should see this section essentially for the new user that was created.
Okay, Aziz, I could use a little bit of help. Just type it.
Okay, so now we have this user right here, so tester. As you can see, this person is listed now. We can go through. We can change any of their credentials if we wanted. We are not using first name and last name. But if we wanted to give them admin access, we could. And we also see their time for when they logged in and logged out. As well as now we can go and see the last note that they just submitted, which was this. And I can go and delete it from my end. And then that should be deleted from the actual users page. So if I go back and refresh, okay, it's forbidden because I am actually logged out with the user and logged back in as the admin.